Hey Virgos, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for July 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a peek at what's going on in your world, in your life over the next couple of weeks. If you want to skip the card pull and go straight to your message, go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get started. Okay, really? So, as I was about to say, we're going to pull a first oracle card to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding you guys right now. Let's see and just two cards were completely hell-bent on coming out for you guys. So, the first card that we have for you is Citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. And then the second card that we have out is Kyanite. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. All right, so let's pull another oracle card, or maybe two, to see what other energies are surrounding this reading for you. All right, and we'll take the one that flipped out near the other cards. And what we have for you is simplicity. So, we'll see how these all fit into your overall reading, but let's get into some tarot and see what else is happening with you. Okay, is there something going on, Virgo, that we need to know about? Because your cards keep plopping out in huge clumps. Let's try and get one card for your current energy. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles. Challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden for my Virgo collective. We have the Ten of Swords, and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. For advice from Spirit for my Virgos, we have the High Priestess, and for your potential outcome, we have the Sun. Okay, things are looking up here, Virgos. So let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these a little bit more. Starting again with your current energy, we have the Four of Wands. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And for your potential outcome, we have the Princess of Pentacles. All right. So let's grab an oracle deck and get some final messages before we get into your reading. All right. Your current energy. Write it down and in flow state. Challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you. Specificity matters. Advice from Spirit, we have leveling up. And for your potential outcome, we have inspired action. Okay, Virgos, let's get into this. I was a little uncertain about where this was going, given the huge hunks of cards that kept trying to come out, but everything looks like it's rolling along nicely. So, looking at the overall energy that's surrounding you all right now, we have unnecessary worries, make time for self-care, and we also have simplicity. So what this feels like to me is that you are in a place where you are going back to simpler times. Like I just heard, like apple pies and lemonade. You know, those small things in life that are super enjoyable, because it almost feels like for a time you were doing too much, and not necessarily in a bad way, but it's one of those things where it's like work smarter, not harder. It seems as though you were putting a lot and into something. So this might have been a career, this might have been a hobby, a side hustle, friendships, whatever. But it just seemed like you were doing the absolute most. And it was with the best intentions. But what ended up happening is that you forgot about yourself. That you were giving so much to everything and everybody else, doing the most, and you were not giving that same type of energy to yourself. So what this feels like is a return to the basics a return to simplicity, a return to yourself. So looking at your current energy, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands, and two Oracle cards. The first one we have is write it down. The universe has received your order. Know and feel it's yours and done. Writing brings into physical form. And we also have in flow state, in the zone, loving life, focused, high frequency, skill meets challenge, and flotation therapy. So right now, Virgo, this energy I am absolutely loving for you all because it feels as though you are finding your balance. It feels as though you are finally sort of in a stable place where you are focusing on yourself. You're reevaluating your goals. You're reevaluating the energy that you give to any and everyone else and everything else versus the energy that you give to yourself. So you might be journaling, you might be trying to manifest, you might be writing petitions, you might be writing a business plan, whatever it is, it feels as though you are sort of course correcting where you'd been doing the most before for other people, for other things. Now it feels as though you're doing the most for yourself and it's helping you find your footing. So what we have for the challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden from you, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and we also have specificity matters. The universe can only give you what you ask for. Narrow it down. Be as specific as feels good. So what this feels like, Virgo, is that the biggest challenge for you, I think, is mental. It's you sort of breaking out of, it almost feels as though when you don't give so much to everyone else, you kind of beat yourself up. And you almost feel guilty for focusing on yourself, for not constantly working on helping other people around you. And so it's a little bit difficult, I think. It was a bit of a difficult path for you to get here, where you're working on finding your own balance and getting into your own groove. And there might be a risk of you sort of backsliding because it feels as though you're a good person. Like you're not out here to hurt anybody. You're not selfish. You're not self-centered or anything like that. It feels as though you genuinely want to see the people that you care about win. Unfortunately, sometimes that's almost to your detriment. You want to see them win so badly that you don't focus on you winning. And when you do take that time to focus on yourself, you almost feel bad. Almost like you're letting people down. Like you're almost betraying them in a sense. But it's hard to sort of drop that burden, right? And so making sure that you remain balanced and remain focused on what it is that you want as much as you are focused on helping other people get what they want is very important for you and a challenge in and of itself. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the High Priestess, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have leveling up. You deserve the best, major improvement, doing inner work, and dealing with past hurts. So with these cards, it really feels like Spirit is saying you're okay. You're doing the right thing. And deep down, I think that you know this. It's okay to dial back your energy. It doesn't mean that you care about people any less. It doesn't mean that you don't care about your work or anything like that, but there has to be that balance. And so that path that you are on is a good thing. That just focusing on yourself and taking care of you is a good thing. That's something that you need to continue with. And you have to trust yourself that you are doing the right thing, right? The sort of feeling that you had that forced you into this energy of getting tired of doing the most for everybody else, that little voice that told you to dial it back, to try to do things a little bit different, to focus on yourself, trust it. It's not steering you wrong. It's actually, it's putting you on the path where you need to be. So you have to stay focused and make sure that you continually affirm yourself that you do deserve to give yourself attention and that it's okay to keep a little something in the reserves for you that doesn't need to be shared with everyone else. So looking at your potential outcome, we have the Sun, we have the Princess of Pentacles, and we also have inspired action. Take action when feel desire, follow intuition, synchronicity, and supported by the universe. So Virgos, this is all good. This is all good. You focusing on yourself is going to put you in a place of inner happiness where you are actually better able to share with other people, where you have more to give to other people because you haven't neglected yourself. And so what you'll see happening is that you will start sort of exercising your sense of discernment, right? When you will be able to look at things, people, situations, whatever, and say, okay, I have X amount to give to this. You know, if it's anything in your life, to school, to career, to other people, you will know your limits. You will enforce those boundaries because what you have done is really build that foundation where you look out for yourself first. It's kind of like that quote, you can't pour from an empty vessel. This is you filling up your own vessel so that you can pour into other people when you feel like it, when you think it's right, when you feel like you can, instead of just constantly draining yourself for the benefit of something else and not yours. So good for you, Virgo. Seems like you're off on the good foot right now. Took a little while, but you're there. So one final message that we have for Spirit from you. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. So again, Virgos, we have you taking care of you. We have you pulling back your energy from other things and pouring it into yourself. We have you creating this life that you want, of balance, of stability, of happiness. This is you in full-on manifestation mode. This is you aligning with the energy. And look, creating an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. So doing all of this work for yourself will enable you to help spark joy in other people. And that's amazing. Good job, Virgo. Super happy for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.